I feel like my culinary background is pretty distinctive and unique. All the cooking that I learned was from just watching my dad. I grew up in that restaurant, House of Nanking. I was a very observant child. I always watched people cook. I always loved watching customers, their reactions. So my culinary education was really through like my family and through the restaurant. Growing up in the restaurant industry, as a kid, I obviously found it very exciting. I love food and everything about it, but I also saw how hard it was. I saw how difficult the life was, and I determined that that's not what I want. And it took me doing something that made me feel really uninspired to realize what is actually inspiring for me, which is food and being around people and sharing our culture. This right here, this is pickled daikon. Being able to do what I've always loved doing inside my father's restaurant. House of Nanking is a husband and wife venture. Both my parents ended up opening the restaurant back in 1988, and they honestly just did it to help support the family. My father had never actually studied culinary education. He started just working at restaurants. It became something that he fell in love with, and the two of them created a restaurant that became quite iconic in San Francisco. It's been around for over 37 years, and a lot of people say it's the best Chinese food that they've ever had. And we're talking about people not just from the Bay, but all over the world. So I opened Fang around when I was about 27. And this was a venture between my father and I. My dad has always thought about opening another location, but he never trusted to do it with anybody else other than with me. And we said we wanted to be a representation of our family and thus kind of put our own twist on the menu. But then there are also a lot of people who thought, oh, this is amazing. Peter Fang, your dad's like a legend and you can cook too. And they found that I was able to actually speak very well with people, both working in the kitchen and coming outside front of the house. People said you should go into food television. So the House of Nanking Cookbook is a father-daughter cookbook. It's written in both my father's voice and my voice. And it essentially chronicles my dad's journey from China all the way to the US, all his food experiences that have influenced him to become the chef that he is. And it also has my side of the story. So the recipes chronicle 3 generations of Fang family cooking. Right? There's my grandmother's food, there's my dad's food, House of Nanking classics and cult faves. It's about preserving our heritage, our culture, so that we can pass it down to future generations and have people be able to connect over food. San Francisco is honestly irreplaceable. There's really no city like it. Perfect weather, the landscape, everything from just the visual aspect is stunning. The city is built amongst so many different immigrant stories like ours. It just makes it so much more rich and diverse compared to a lot of other cities. You just can't find the same energy and diversity and love